And welcome to another one of my live stream lectures. And before we get into today's very important lecture, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters, my subscribers, everybody for supporting my channel. You know, my channel now has reached well over 266 plus thousand subscribers, and none of that would be possible without all of my supporters. In June of this year, you know, I can't even believe it that my channel is going to be 4 years old. So with that being said, let's get down to today's very important lecture. And I've been wanting to lecture on this for a while now. And the focus of this lecture is going to be, you know, how social media can have a negative impact on your life. How social media can have a negative impact on your life. I don't care what age you are. You know, you can be a teenager all the way up to the age of 100 years old. Social media can have a negative impact on your life. It can lead to depression and anxiety. It really can. And I'm going to discuss many topics in relation to how it can lead to depression and anxiety. Number one, you know, cyberbullying. There's a lot of bullying that goes on social media. You know, we all hear about it. It's real. It has an impact on anyone who's on these platforms, either they are a bullier or they are a victim who's receiving the bullying. So it can definitely lead to depression and anxiety, and unfortunately, in many cases, you know, people have committed suicide behind social media. You know, although I'm retired, I'm a licensed therapist, so I pay attention to what's going on around me, locally, worldwide, and etc. You know, there are therapists now who literally have got additional training, and they have now specialized in treating people with social media addiction. It is a real issue. Also, it can lead to fear of missing out. You know, when a person is so addicted to social media on any of these platforms, you know, when they're not on social media or scrolling through social media or do anything dealing with social media, if they're not involved in that and consumed in it in their mind, from their mindset, they have the fear of missing out, which can have a direct impact on depression and anxiety. Unrealistic expectations. You know, social media, for the individual who they're watching these different people on social media, they're seeing things, and it can lead them to having unrealistic expectations in terms of where they think their life should be, whether it's financially or physically, or how come my life ain't like this. But understand, rural, social media is not a real world. It's a fake reality. People are only going to show their highlight reels, and I'm here to tell you. So unrealistic expectations, unrealistic beauty standards, it can all have a negative impact on many of the viewers on social media. Negative body image, that's a real big issue. Negative body image, that can have a negative impact on people when they're watching these people on these social media platforms with the alleged perfect body. So it can have negative body image, unhealthy sleep patterns. You know, some people are literally on social media from the moment they wake up, literally until the moment they go to sleep, and they even go to sleep with their cell phone in the bed with them in their hand. So unhealthy sleep patterns. They ain't sleeping no 8 hours at night or no 7 hours at night. They're too busy absorbed in this fake world of social media. You know, social media again is an addiction. It is a behavioral addiction that is defined by overly concerned about social media, driven by uncontrollable urge to log on or use social media and devoting so much time and effort to social media that it impairs other important areas of their life, performing the essential functions of the tasks and duties at home, essential functions of the job, tending to the kids, taking a bath, cleaning the house, or running errands. It's a real behavioral addiction where now therapists now are again bombarded with treating people of all ages. Teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and even older, 70, with this behavioral addiction in relation to social media. This is a real topic, people. And another way that social media can have a negative impact on a person's life is it has a negative impact in relation to effective communication. Many people who are so addicted to social media, it has had an impact on effective communication. They're so busy communicating in this virtual world, this social media world, versus having real life conversations without that cell phone in their hand. Having a real life conversation with the mother, the father, the sister, the brother, the child, the neighbor, the person at the post office. They don't know how to communicate on job interviews. So it's having a negative impact on effective communication, which is a real issue. And this thing is real. This thing is real. I've seen pictures and images of a family at the table eating, the mother, father, and a couple of kids, and every single person at that family got some type of electronic device in their hand, glued to the device, versus enjoying that dinner and having a real life conversation with their child or their significant other in regards, how was your day? How was your day at school? How was your day at work? Or how was your day in the community? Any issues, any concerns? They're clueless. As a licensed clinical addiction specialist, even though I'm retired and I retain all my credentials, you got children 9 and 10 years old addicted to heroin, and the parent is clueless, finding them dead of an overdose in their room because they're so busy on that tablet that they are clueless in regards to their child is in full-blown addiction from an opiate drug use at the age of 10 years old. This thing is real. It's real, and I'm here to tell you. Social media has led to people to become walking zombies. Rather if they're walking in the grocery store or walking anywhere in the community, walking on the job, they're so glued on the cell phone, they're not even paying attention to their surroundings. They're walking into cars, killing themselves because they're so busy on that cell phone, they're not even aware that they're walking out in traffic or walking in a pothole and mess around and break their ankle. This is a real issue. I've known people to lose their jobs because they can't stay off social media. Employers are not paying people to be on social media for 8 hours. They are paying you to perform the essential functions of your job. I've known so many people who have lost their job because they can't get off social media when they're on the clock. So almost every employer that I know of have now developed policies and procedures in place saying that you cannot be on social media or on your phone when you are on the clock. It can be grounds for immediate termination, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them because it's out of control. So again, you just have to strike a balance. You gotta strike a balance. You gotta know when to deplug, to enjoy your family, your significant other, your kids. Go out on nature walks, real conversations. The camera should not be rolling on you 24/7, because I'm here to tell you, social media is not reality. People only show the highlight reels. There's some positive to it where you can pull out valuable information, but you got to be able to strike a balance and be able to deplug, and I'm here to tell you. because it's going to get worse and worse and worse to the point where people literally going to lose the skill, literally, of effective communication, to the point they can't even communicate effectively on a job interview. And I'm here to tell you, share this information. This is a needed topic. And also don't forget to mark your calendar for April 6, 2024. I'm going to do another relational topic lecture on the 13 steps in order for a publisher to transform an accepted manuscript into a published book and make it available for consumers worldwide. You know, my book title, Await Financial Freedom, went through 2 world-renowned publishing companies. Page Publishing Company, who published my accepted manuscript into a published book, soft copy version, ebook version, Kindle, etc. And I had to go to a second publishing company, Audiobook Network Publishing Company, for them to publish my published work into an audiobook. Page Publishing Company don't do audiobooks, so I had to literally go through a second publishing company to get my published book, Await Financial Freedom, published into an audiobook, and that audiobook became available the latter part of last year. You know, this is a powerful testimony. My book is a powerful testimony in regards to how I rose from financial destruction to complete financial freedom. I literally still use my own book as a resource to sustain my financial freedom. You know, from 2007 to 2012, I was living in financial destruction. When I had my this is a spiritual testimony. When I had my spiritual battle with God in 2012, God gave me the skills to rise above my situation. I was able to fully retire September of 2023 with multiple retirement checks that have hit me for the rest of my life. And I will be forever grateful to Patricia Burgos. She was my narrator that spent hours and hours and days and weeks in the studio transforming my published work into an audiobook. Her name can also be seen if you go on Amazon. They reference her name as the narrator. She's also making royalties off this book also. So again, check out this book, Await Financial Freedom. It's a powerful testimony in regards to how I rose from financial destruction to complete financial freedom. Both publishing companies demonstrated these 13 steps in order for a publisher to transform an accepted manuscript or accepted work into a published book and make it available for consumers worldwide. So that's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.